question. Can I ask some question? It means that you're already in that kind of system, like how to save your money and then make sure that that money is it becomes your how do I say it? It's like a deposit that will give you even more money in return. Like it will give you interest and benefits at the end. It means that you have to know someone first, right? Like someone who teach you about that stuff. Because from as far as I know, no institution, like no formal institution, like teach you stuff about that, like about stock market or deposits or things like that. So how do you think the best way to solve the problem, especially for youngsters?
For sure. No, that's a good question. But everything that I've had, I'm not like by any means like super superfluous in my knowledge because I'm not there yet. But what I will say is everything that I've learned has come through like books or videos. I haven't had like a mentor or anything like that. Everything I learned about investing or whatever came in the form of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Richest Man in Babylon, all these different types of like that are intelligent investor. They're books. Like you can buy them. They're like $9.99 a piece. YouTube videos are free. Like you can do it. Information's out there, and one of these guys who's a very smart individual who I've come to know pretty closely, he always said, Chris, information lives somewhere. You just got to know where to find it. So it's out there. You can find it. Books cost a certain amount, but I'm sure you can get audiobooks for free. Like I'm listening to a book right now in accordance with reading it. It's on Spotify too. But everything I've learned is from books or from videos. Like if you spend your time as like an asset, like you can do that. Like granted, college athletes have less time, but it doesn't take a lot to change your thinking about how to approach the topic of financial literacy. It doesn't take a lot. Once you read it, it kind of shifts. Like I remember having this epiphany, so to speak. I was in Arizona and I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I think to myself, like, clicked, and that was that, and that changed my thinking forever.
And because the whole thing about being an employee and an employer and employing individuals and how the tax bracket is set up to where if I employ individuals, and the more individuals I employ, I pay less tax. Yeah. So it would behoove me to be an employer as opposed to an employee who pays tax out of the yin yang.
Yeah. It's just the nature of the tax code. It's just the nature of the tax code. And the tax code is set up. I don't know what they're going to do with the changes of the tax code over the next 2 years until the next election. But the way that the tax code is set up is that way you can use it. Like there's a list of a list of things that if you do, and like for instance, real estate is a very low tax kind of deal. So if you're in real estate and you know how to use the tax code correctly, like you said, Trump doesn't pay a whole lot of taxes. But that's by design because he uses the tax code to his advantage. And I'm not sitting here advocating for Trump, but I'm saying like he is one of the people that the Rich Dad channel loves to use as an example of someone who plays the system, I guess, well, depending on who you're talking to.
Right.
From a financial perspective, well.
Exactly. And it's interesting you should say that because before we get into your story and on the field at USC as a red shirt walk-on, is that correct?
Yeah, it was. Red shirt, junior, senior, yeah.
Okay. So before we get into that, keeping up with the theme of sneakerheads, let's, because this Sneakerheads DYNMYT Sports TV, I want to know, well, first of all, I have on some lightweight Sauconys, these Sauconys, and they're comfortable. These are the Shadows.
Okay.
These are the Saucony Shadows. But they're comfortable. You know, they don't have too much wear and tear on them.
They look comfortable.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Saucony Shadows. And what are you rocking today?
I knew I was coming on y'all's show, so I had to make sure. I'm gonna take it off here.
Let's see what he has on, little Dynamite.
I got the Retro High one. Atlanta Hawks highlight reel OGs.
Ooh. Did Dominique ever put those on? Did Nick ever put those on the human highlight reel? He should have. He didn't really need to.
Got up here. You can. I don't know. It's kind of tough, but they have like little strips of film for highlight reel.
That's awesome.
Nah, those are the first pair of Jordans I ever bought. I think it was a sophomore in high school.
The first pair.
First pair. I am unbelievably OCD about my shoes. I am so focused on them. Like, or not focused on them in the sense of like I keep them so damn clean because one spot I'm getting that off. Yeah, and then the same way, or like with my Yeezys, I'll like throw them in the washing machine on cold water when I'm done. Like it gets. I'm just like that with shoes. Like I'm a very neat person to begin with, but shoes are a different story too. Like if I'm looking at like the desk right now and the fact that there's certain things not in a particular order, I'm like, all right, I just need to focus on the show because if I do keep looking, I'm gonna start organizing.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. Now, for you, Chris, for you being our first guest on our live streams on our inaugural show, a little Dynamite and I wanted to gift you a pair of shoes. But you have actually, I have 3 gifts, and you could just choose from the 3. And the shoes is one of them. But the first gift, you can have a daily breakfast supply of Honey Nut Cheerios. These are fresh. They'll last a good little while. You know, the Honey Nut Cheerios. You could choose from these. Or, keeping up with the G code versus the cheat code, you can have this Reese Cup wallet. It's a Reese Cup wallet made by an inmate at a California state penitentiary. And this Reese Cup wallet is empty. Big Dog didn't give me anything. He might want it back, but I'll send it to you with not an address on it. But this was made inside of a facility. You can choose from that. Or you can choose from these Air Force Ones. Just happen to be in your size. A size 13, kind of like mustard and
those are wet.
with the mustard shoestrings and the kind of icy mustard bottoms. And they just happen to be in your size. So everyone stay tuned to the end. This is Intelligent Sports Talk. Yeah. And we have 2 of them.
Don't make the choice so hard for him.
Don't put too much on me. I think
I know. This is Intelligent Sports Talk. So I know you're a USC graduate, Division I, and we hope and trust that you will phone a friend and make an intelligent decision of which parting gift you'd like to have as our inaugural guest. So put your thinking cap on.
I'm going to think long and hard about that one.
He's thinking that Reese Cup wallet, little Dynamite.
Yeah, I bet. That looks rare.
Oh, this is rare. This is rare. You got to put in a lot of work to get this one. Unfortunately.
Someone had to.
Yeah. So, Chris, take us back to your journey of making it as a wide receiver at the University of Southern California Trojans, who beat my Michigan Wolverines many a day. We got you guys a few times in the Rose Bowl. I used to train for marathons up in the mountains in Pasadena. I got friends out there in Southern Pasadena, South Pasadena, Old Pasadena. I told you I used to work for eHarmony in Pasadena. I used to have date night there at PF Chang's a lot. I used to go there every Saturday to Pasadena for date night. So it's near and dear to my heart. Your team's near and dear to my heart. Take me back. Let me know what's really going on.
Shit. I'll tell you what. Let me start this off by saying glory to God for this. Glory to God for that. I am forever grateful. I am so blessed to have played at USC. It starts a long time, and I'll make it more abridged, but I always wanted to go to USC. My dad went to SC, and ever since I was like a kid, like a really young kid, I always was like a USC nut. My brother's room was painted cardinal and gold. Like, that's how crazy it goes. But start like taking it back up, like senior year in high school, like starting there kind of just